Hey guys, it's me. Welcome to my channel. When animals meet glass for the first time, they're usually pretty confused about what it is. Is it water? Is it a mirror? Or maybe it's a portal to another dimension. Whatever they're thinking, these hilarious fails will leave you in stitches. So get ready to laugh your butt off with when animals meet glass. Hilarious fails. First, we have to look at this hamster, who is so overwhelmed by its reflection that it just kept running away and then running back to take another look. Hamsters are already pretty skittish animals, but when they see themselves for the first time, they freak out. And if their enclosure is near a mirror or window, they'll spend all day trying to figure out why there's another hamster in there. The funniest thing about this video is how the little guy runs away every time it sees itself, only to run back a few moments later and stare at his own reflection again. It's like he can't help but be fascinated by himself, even though he's terrified of what he's seeing. But eventually, he does seem to calm down a bit, probably because he realizes that the other hamster isn't actually going anywhere. If you were the hamster, would you stay and try to figure out what it is? Or would you run away and hide? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more hilarious animal videos. Next up, we have to look at this cat who stares intently into a window. But what's really hilarious about this video is that the cat seems to be staring at nothing. Like, what is he looking at? Cats are known for being pretty aloof animals, but this one takes it to a whole new level. This cat is totally absorbed in whatever it's seeing outside the window. And it's hard not to feel a little bit jealous. Like, what is this cat seeing that's so fascinating? Is it a bird? A mouse? Maybe a squirrel? Whatever it is, this cat is totally into it. The way it's sitting there so patiently and intently is just too much. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Are you stalking your prey or something? But hey, at least it's keeping itself entertained, right? But what do you think this cat is staring at? Let me know in the comments below. And now we have to look at this kitten who got stuck inside an aquarium. This little guy must have thought it was a great idea to climb inside this fish tank, but quickly changed his mind when he realized he couldn't get out. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You know, when you're small enough, everything looks big. And when you're faced with a huge wall of glass, it can be pretty intimidating. That's why this kitten's reaction is so priceless. He looks so confused and scared. It's like, what am I doing here? How do I get out of here? But luckily, this aquarium was big enough for the kitten to turn around and make his escape. But if it had been smaller, he could have been in for a world of hurt. This is a perfect reminder to always be careful when you're playing with your cat. They can get into all sorts of trouble if they're not supervised. So keep an eye on your feline friends and make sure they stay safe. Next up, we have to look at this raccoon who found a pool. Now, this little guy must have thought this pool was full of delicious fish, but he was in for a big surprise when he realized it was just full of water. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned cannonball? These little guys are just too cute. It's like they were born to do this. The way they fling themselves into the pool with such enthusiasm is just too much. They're like, I don't care how deep it is, I'm gonna cannonball into this thing. But of course, these adorable faces are only half the story. What's really happening is that these raccoons are completely oblivious to how dangerous this is. If they were bigger, they could have easily drowned. But because they're so small, they're able to get away with this kind of reckless behavior. Just makes you want to reach in and boop their little snouts. But be careful when you're dealing with wildlife. Even if they're cute, they can be dangerous. So admire them from a safe distance and let them enjoy their cannonballs. Next up, we have to look at this piggy who got stuck in a chair. This little guy must have thought this chair was a delicious piece of bacon, but quickly changed his mind when he realized he couldn't eat it. Pigs are intelligent animals, but sometimes they can be pretty clueless. The way this piggy is stuck in this chair is just too much. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Do you really think you're gonna fit in there? But of course, this piggy is far from the only one who's tried this stunt. Pigs are naturally curious animals, and they love to explore their surroundings. Sometimes that exploration can lead them into sticky situations like this. But luckily for this piggy, a kind person came along and helped him out. It's always important to be aware of your surroundings and make sure you are not getting yourself into a sticky situation. Whether you're a pig or a human, it's easy to get distracted and not realize what's going on around you. So take a moment to assess the situation and make sure you're not about to make a fool out of yourself. Next up, we have to look at this parrot who got stuck in a microwave. This poor guy must have thought this microwave was a big oven where he could roast some delicious seeds, but quickly changed his mind when he realized he couldn't escape. Birds are generally pretty good at escaping tight situations, but sometimes they can find themselves in a pretty precarious position. This parrot is a prime example of that. The way it's wedged inside this microwave is just too much. It's like, how did you even get in there in the first place? But of course, this parrot is far from the only bird who's tried this stunt. Birds are naturally curious animals, and they love to explore new places. Sometimes that exploration can lead them into sticky situations like this. But luckily for this parrot, a kind person came along and rescued him. When dealing with wild animals, it's important to remember that they're just that, wild. No matter how tame they may seem, they can be unpredictable and dangerous. So always exercise caution and never put yourself in a precarious situation just for a quick photo op. Next up, we have to look at this dog who got stuck inside a washing machine. This little guy must have thought this washing machine was a giant doghouse, but quickly changed his mind when he realized he couldn't get out. Dogs are typically pretty smart animals, but sometimes they can be pretty dumb too. This dog is a prime example of that. The way it's wedged inside this washing machine is just too much. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Do you really think you're gonna fit in there? But of course, this dog is far from the only one who's tried this stunt. Dogs are naturally curious animals, and they love to explore their surroundings. Sometimes that exploration can lead them into sticky situations like this. But luckily for this dog, a kind person came along and freed him from his predicament. When it comes to your pets, it's important to be aware of potential dangers in your home. Even something as mundane as a washing machine can pose a serious risk if your pet gets trapped inside. So take steps to pet-proof your home and make sure your furry friend stays safe. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.